It's the Hot Sports Boys on waitingfornextyear.com. My name is Dave.
I'm Dylan.
And as always, I'm Yazin.
And we are brought to you by Patreon supporters like you.
And Instagram Live.
And we are also live on Instagram right now on my own personal Instagram, of which we are not giving out. Welcome to the HSBs. We're the Hot Sports Boys, and we've got a topic to tackle.
Yes.
And
well, to fix.
It's time we fix something. We're fixing the preseason.
Hey, yeah, can we fix it?
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can. Go ahead, Dave. What are we fixing?
Well,
Exhibition?
I am a very useful podcast host.
Oh, Thomas.
So we are fixing basically all of the preseason, not just the preseason as in the games and stuff, but training camp.
Yep.
Training camp and all of the rigmarole that goes along with that. So there's a lot of different stuff. It happens a lot of different ways. Of course, we're going to get to the big one, lacrosse, at the end. But for now, let's start with the NFL.
Yeah.
We get a training camp.
First, cut and dry.
We, you get the draft. You get some mini camps where everybody shows up. Apparently, these are all very well regulated. If you think this is something that we should know as a fact, maybe you add us at Friday Fumble. Talk to us about it, because I believe there are certain rules about you can have this many mini camps and this many
maxi camps.
Yeah, maxi camps.
It's just franchise rules with the league.
I think there's NFL rules.
Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. The contact with the players can begin on a certain date. And
can only be out of the bathing suit area. No inappropriate contact with players, guys.
Because I'm sure those guys are eager to get back.
They call that 2 deep leadership in the Scouts.
They have a buddy system for all camps.
So, anyway.
Especially sleepaway camp. That's the big one.
Well, yeah, and the Browns...
2 weeks in July.
The Browns don't have a sleepaway training camp. They just go to their normal facility. Some of the teams, they go to a college.
Yeah. Well, the Browns, they were tossing it a boot.
Yeah,
to go down to the
C-bus, right?
Columbus, yeah.
Then they realized that nobody actually wanted them there.
Yeah.
And hey, how about you maybe win more than one game before you try to spread your...
Well, they have a football team down there.
They do. So, yeah.
Who's better? I'd like to see them play each other. I think we all know who'd win.
Thanks for the hot take machine. Hot take machine there.
Oh, hot take machine. Let's turn that guy off for a minute.
Now, my favorite fact about training camp.
Put him on random.
I believe it was said by Doug Deacon.
Yes.
That
I also appreciate this.
Training camp used to be when you needed to get back into shape to play football because you were selling cars or insurance in the off season and didn't really care.
You had to stop drinking.
Yeah, cut down on the beer.
Yeah.
And so well, crap, we need a month to kind of get ready for the season.
Stop smoking cigarettes.
Yeah. Well, switch to filters.
Oh, right. Switch to filters.
During the season. But yeah, now it's everybody's in top physical condition all
year
the time.
Round. Yeah.
They're expected to be.
Yep.
And then you got the preseason games in the NFL, of which there are 4. And
controversial.
Yeah, I want to eliminate the first one and the fourth one.
The
first one is the one where all the starters play for one series.
Oh, so you're talking about the strategic value of the first and fourth, not the nature.
Also calendar, yeah.
Also calendar. You want the first week
leave a
to
gap
just
after
go
the
away, and then the fourth week off week.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe move everybo's bye week up to the fourth preseason.
Yeah,
week.
Exactly, and then no bye week.
And then 0 buys.
So yeah, they need 2. The first one, the starters play for one series, and then they all sit down and put on baseball caps and joke around with each other.
Well, they look cool.
Yeah,
it's a bonding experience.
Right, and then the fourth one,
it's a Bondo experience.
The fourth one, nobody even plays. It's all just hey guys, you're all about to get hurt, so none of the players we need for the season get hurt.
Right,
so
right.
Here's your
your
last
set.
shot. Hopefully you'll make a practice squad.
Unless there is a budding quarterback controversy.
Obviously.
At that time.
Obviously.
Short of that.
But how many Browns rookie / fourth string QBs have we anointed in preseason game 4 because, hey, man, they're getting their first start.
Yeah.
Like they always put that on the website. Oh, so-and-so to get first start.
Yeah.
No, it's the fourth. It's main quarterback too valuable.
It's the
for shoddy offensive line.
We're really going to drill this playbook one more time.
Yeah.
Those guys are going to be playing
3 hours on
by
television.
week 5 anyway.
You're going to play at 3/4 of game speed.
Yeah.
You know what I miss about
7/8?
Yeah, okay.
7/8.
I'm really sad that they got rid of Bernie Kosar because him doing the preseason announcing was the best.
Oh, just delicious.
You could kind of hear how drunk he was getting as the kind of game progressed.
Yeah.
And the best part about it, and I don't know why he doesn't have a microphone into the helmet of every Browns quarterback, is he would just casually go, "Oh yeah, the safeties are going to drop here, so they should look for something underneath."
Yeah.
And there it is.
Yeah.
Why he doesn't just sit up there and chat it up with
He's
the QBs?
just reading the field. Like,
right.
No, not a Troy Aikman polished, got to make sure that my agent cleared all my media training before this. Nope.
Right. He's just
sitting up there.
Oh, you see that corner take a step forward? That means he's blitzing on this one. He needs to get rid of it.
Yeah.
Hey, there's the corner blitz. So, anyway, I miss Bernie Kosar.
Yeah, feel the burn.
We could all use him back.
Yeah,
well,
feel the
it's
burn.
preseason for all the broadcasters as well.
Yes.
And
that is
the stadium crew.
And the referees. It's my favorite
And
thing.
the
Is when
podcasters.
there's invariably some sort of technical glitch.
Every
Where like half of a quarter, there's
single
they switch to the radio broadcast.
matchup.
Yeah.
Every single matchup.
And then everybody goes on Twitter and it's like, well, it's preseason for them too.
At every level of the personnel required, it's preseason for them.
Yes, it is.
Ticket takers, custodial crew.
Security might accidentally flag you down a little too much or pat you down a little too much.
Mm-hmm.
No offense, Yaz, you're probably the one who gets the expedited security.
That's true.
Like, it sucks that it's true, but it's probably true.
Jason.
Yeah, Jason.
So you're positing that we just remove 2 games?
Yeah, 2 is fine.
Yeah. I tend to agree with you.
Especially with the NFL's new spring league for washed up players.
Well, yeah, okay. I'm not sure how that plays into it too much.
Because the guys who would usually play the 4th preseason game to get a little film,
that's where they're playing now?
They're gonna get cut, and they're gonna go play in that spring game for evaluation. They don't need that 4th preseason game for evaluation purposes.
Yeah, I'm not sure why the evaluation. I mean, do we really need to go live against the Detroit Lions 4th squad to
they're
make
just
a
trying
determination?
they're just trying to get some film on them.
Do we really need that? We don't have cameras in Berea.
Well, those are the top secret New England Patriots spy cameras. Yes, we do.
Yeah, I just don't. Yeah, I'm with you. I think 2 is plenty. I think
what do you
2
think,
is plenty.
How many
and
preseason games? In
everybody
the NFL?
else is going to have 2.
Right.
A few. A couple.
You think a couple?
Yeah, a couple.
It's not like they can go on a journey up to the Canadian Football League.
Actually, you know what?
over
It's
the
all about the
summer.
money. Look, they could have 16 preseason games and still bill it as preseason. Yeah, here's my hot takes. And you know what? They would still get people to go. Think about when you hear, "Oh my gosh, did you get tickets to go see the Browns up in Berea? See them at training camp?" It's practice, but apparently
those are free.
Well,
I don't want to prick that bubble.
Okay. But still, people care a lot about it because
That is high-class Foley work here on the Hot Sports Boys.
yeah, there's your hot takes. So even if they're a little bit chilly, still though, you could. I mean,
No, keep
Well,
this
a
rant going.
winning
I want this rant
football
to
team.
make
We
it
don't
finish the thought.
don't.
Yeah.
I didn't have a thought. I was just saying
Squeeze
stuff.
it out.
No.
Squeeze it out.
I'm
to
just
the
saying
bitter end,
it doesn't
buddy.
matter.
We're
It doesn't
calling your
matter.
bluff.
It doesn't
We're
matter.
gonna walk it all
No,
the way
stop.
to the edge of the
All right,
street.
we're gonna restart and then we're gonna cut this part out. 3, 2, 1. So anyway,
Nope, not doing it.
So wait, hold on.
I'm just saying it doesn't matter.
Our
These
our
games-
Instagram
Oh,
live
we're up to
viewers are
3?
going to know.
Are we
No,
up to
there
3?
are 0
Oh, there's
currently.
still 0.
Listen
I don't
to
know.
me for a second.
Everybody, if you're on Instagram,
Add us.
turn it on live.
Turn it on.
Come
We're-
on.
we're
live right now.
So I imagine in a winning football town, right? I imagine training camp is a little more of an event than it is every year in, year out. Well, we
love our training camps here.
You know what? We do love our training camps, and that's part of the Cleveland Browns issue, is that every training camp I am back on board.
Oh, yeah.
Back on board the hype
train. Look at
train.
these position battles. We're going to have to cut some good players this year.
I know. I was excited, and I tweeted it out or Snapchatted or something when Johnny completed 3 passes in a row.
Yeah.
At training camp, I was like, "Oh man, just super cool, man."
He's really got that fade down.
He's
going to be dangerous this year.
He's got the touch pass.
Yeah, and all we ended up was with Billy Manziel. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Right?
The mustachioed mystery.
He loves the gambling.
So, yeah, I'm with you.
No, you're right. It's part of the thing about the NFL, about the Browns fans, that the draft is our Super Bowl, training camp is our,
well,
where
they can't bill it. They can't take advantage of what other leagues and other sports can take advantage of in the nature of the exhibition.
Correct.
Right? So you're just playing the same teams you've been playing. There is no other league.
Right.
It's not like you can. I guess you could go up to Canada,
but then you got to decide.
Playing? Aren't they actually playing? Don't they?
Don't
is
make
their
me Google
season?
CFL schedule.
No, you have to
Google.
No. Sorry,
I'll Google it. But
you could do. You could
Saskatchewan.
They could scrimmage rugby teams. I mean, if different baseball leagues have different baseball rules, they could just scrimmage rugby and meet halfway in between.
Another slick hot take out of
All
Jason.
Right, so the CFL is playing during August.
Yeah, so
they have a real.
So the NFL wouldn't have a chance. The CFL's in mid-season form. NFL teams wouldn't have a chance.
Yeah, exactly. They're just So
we're putting our scrubs out there anyway. So
the Ottawa Red Blacks, the Ottawa Red Blacks, and the Montreal Alouettes are going to play Thursday, August 31st.
2 racial epithets in one name. My God.
Well, see, that,
I don't even know what that means. Please explain.
So, but if it were a money-making venture, I imagine that they would try to figure out some way to bring out the Canadian crowds with the traveling NFL team. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You guys know what I'm saying.
Well, that's where, and we'll get to soccer, because with Yaz here, we always get to soccer. But that's where
maybe we can
MLS teams will play in the middle of their season an exhibition against a preseason European club, because they're like, hey, we can sell a few tickets.
Yeah, heck yeah. Well, and they do.
Yeah.
They sell a few.
And they do. So are we done with NFL? A lot of injuries.
That's why there should only be 2.
And this is, that's another big differentiator between the leagues. Is the NFL.
And it's not even necessarily the good players being injured, and that's where you just feel bad for some of these guys. They're like, this was
trying to make the
basically
team.
Because I have to play these extra 2 worthless games. I ruined my knee and never played again.
And now I can never play in the NFL.
I didn't even get the 3 years of average NFL career. I didn't even get that. Because I just got injured. They gave me an injury settlement, and I'll just, say, oh, yeah, I played in the NFL for a minute, and that was it.
Well, yeah, and then you look at the career guys that they don't need 5 more snaps of hits. Yeah, you think Tom Brady's going, Coach, can you keep me in a little longer? I really want to get some of my timing down. I really
want to deflate some balls.
I need some practice kind of decoding this vanilla Buffalo Bills front 7.
You really got to get used to that shoulder pad hit me in the chest again.
Right.
Right. It's been a while.
It has. So, yeah, NFL, I'm going to say make training camp a little shorter. Just call it practice from now on.
Yeah.
Preseason practice.
Just a quick...
and then 2 games. Okay. Moving on to college football, there's a spring game, which is
an intra-squad scrimmage,
and I'm gonna go out here on a hot take limb, which is a new theme I came up with. The hot take limb
in a burning tree.
And if you don't like it, at me. But I'd say that the college preseason is like the first 5 games of the year when they schedule like MAC teams.
I see your hot take, and I'm going to expound upon your hot take.
Let's go further out on that hot take limb.
I'm turning the whole tree into a hot take. The entire college season up to and sometimes counting the conference championship game is the preseason, is the precursor to the bowl system.
Well, the 4-team playoff or whatever they do these days.
Okay, whatever. So 4 more bowl games, right?
Man, I don't know what makes me think it, but I really want some Tostitos right now.
It's all exhibition until you get the big payout games, the big primetime ESPN games. It's all exhibition.
That early season, the preseason in amateur football is important for building squad chemistry. You take the whole team out to Gettysburg, tell them where there was, where their forefathers battled, and get them to bond over camaraderie and being humans rather than seeing the barriers of race.
That's
just as an example.
That's deep AF.
Yeah, I think that's more of a Division II thing, though.
Yeah,
and ideally,
but I think that's mostly like, hey guys, we're all going to be probably like in sports marketing and stuff.
Yeah.
And this is really just kind of something help me pay for some school.
Well, collegiate athletes, though.
Collegiates.
That is a lifestyle in and of itself.
Yeah. That's a whole other episode, collegiate compensation.
let's not even get into it. So, I'm saying there's no reason why the Ohio State University needs to be playing
Terry Bowden's University of Akron.
University
Bowden's
of Akron.
Balls.
That's an exhibition game.
How many times have you said balls in reference to testicles far this episode?
Do we have a count? Do we have a count?
That's 2. Twice.
2. Okay.
2 times.
I don't remember the first one.
Doesn't matter.
Well, don't worry. We'll remember for you.
Yeah. Anybody who remembers the balls count, at us at Friday Fumble. So college football, we have a little bit of contempt for it. So we're going to move on to the NBA, who they also have a training camp, which I just got to imagine that
a lot less notable.
Well, it is, but
it's media day starts it.
The racket of bouncing balls has got to be deafening. Everybody shows up. They're like, I'm just going to bounce a ball for a while.
Second period phys ed.
Oh my! And there's no sound dampening at the Cleveland Clinic courts. Like, I don't know how the rest of the league does it, but it's just like imagine you're like got a little bit of a headache.
It's just painted cinder blocks.
Yeah, you got like a headache or something that day. You're like, oh, I gotta go. I'm the guy who I'm a chef at the Cleveland Clinic courts. I gotta go in and it's just.
Well, a lot more than that, like popcorn. Yeah,
you guys have to keep doing it too. And you're like, I just got to make some enchiladas.
Yeah,
for the lunch
for these 7 feet.
Yeah, I just have to make 8,000 calories for these guys.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and then
the NBA has the potential to do some super cool exhibitions.
It does, yeah, and they did that.
Rarely do they do it, but they took a trip to China.
Yeah.
You know what? I think the Cavs did when David Blatt was in charge, and I'm not going to get into the politics of this because that's for a separate podcast.
Please don't get into the politics.
But they definitely played a game against an Israeli team.
Yep.
Because of the Israel connection of David Blatt in Israel. We'll talk about that on another podcast.
It was Maccabi Tel Aviv, and he was their old coach. So
yeah. International friendlies. Yeah.
It was very friendly, too.
Yeah.
Everybody had a good time.
And a lot of major European football clubs have their own soccer or basketball program.
Yeah, Barcelona basketball.
Yep.
There you go.
Most of them have a basketball team attached to them, professional or semi-pro. Did you know that?
The NBA also was like, hey, we're going to play a bunch of just the normal teams you'd already play, but maybe we'll have a game in Columbus instead.
Right. Well,
that's the shot.
That's, hey, when marketing gets their grubby little fingers
on the
scheduling, that's what you end up with.
Let's try to sell some jerseys. Some pretzels.
But you know what? That stuff works. I feel like if the Blue Jackets
played a little exhibition against the Monstars
in the queue,
deep in a different team, the Monstars.
I'd go watch.
I'd probably go watch too.
I'd go see him.
All right.
I'd like to see the Crew up in Cleveland, but more on a permanent
basis where people would go to the games and support them and stuff.
Yeah. Well, at a more regular clip than. But anyway, I don't want to get political.
On. Well, yeah.
Between Columbus and Cleveland.
Yeah, we'll move on and to college basketball. Just as deafening.
I'm just gonna say.
No, everything before the conference tournaments is preseason in college basketball because you can win 0 games, win your conference tournament, and you're into the big dance.
Yeah, and it's like the World Cup. Like the World Cup qualifiers are like the college basketball season.
Right.
You're just trying to get to the dance.
Yeah, you just got to get in there.
There's a lot of opportunities to get there because not only
there's not a lot of opportunities. Even if you have win 27 games, if you're in the MAC, there's no
exactly. You have to win the conference tournament. And Kent, who wasn't all that good this year, happened to beat Akron at the final game.
They're not good any year at anything.
But
TBH.
You get to go to the
if you're mad at Yaz's hot Kent State takes, add us. Also, tag Kent State Athletics in it. Get them on board.
Yes.
Any press is good press for us.
Yeah.
So, have at it.
But, then you could go to, the Sadie Hawkins dance also, the NIT.
Mm-hmm. And then lose that.
But then you have to ask
I mean, you're going to the dance.
You have to ask them if you can be in it. Is that what Sadie Hawkins means?
Yeah, you have to
hey, can I be in this tournament?
Yeah. Well, you have to lose. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not going to blow that metaphor out.
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah,
it's good as
I'm not going to make you follow it to its completion like I am when Yaz makes bold hot takes. He's the only one I'm going to force to finish thoughts.
Only because I just about went into a downward spiral with that one.
Yeah. Live feed heating up. Glad you guys are tuning in. On Instagram. Currently 0 viewers, but we've had as many as 1.
We're also on Facebook Live and Periscope.
Get on
Snapchatting.
Here. But
we're not gonna tell you a handle. You're gonna have to guess.
You're gonna have to figure it out. You're gonna have to know us. And also, never mind.
The
Let's
clues
just keep
have been left behind in Friday Fumble season 1 and 2.
Each clue more puzzling than the last.
Oh, that's good. We should do a scavenger
hunt. We should kind of do that. But anyway, next up,
I like how we're just blowing off. Collegiate athletics as preseason. But
it's because preseason for them is just school.
Yeah, they had their chance.
You guys want
to? They're learning.
Yeah, if
they're
you want
to learn.
I took a few classes with a college athlete.
Just
let me tell you.
Just like the 4th string linebacker on the Detroit Lions, he's just in that 4th preseason game to learn.
Here to learn. I'm here to learn.
He's like, guys,
I'm taking notes.
I know I'm not gonna make the team, but I'm like a sponge. I guess I just gotta soak this stuff up.
Okay. Yes.
So college athletics is dumb. Moving on to the fun one. The fun one that I don't know about you guys. If I had to pick one of them to participate in, baseball spring training.
Guys, pitchers and catchers, they reported sometime.
Yeah.
Long time ago.
Don't you think that everybody's all excited about pitchers and catchers reporting, except for probably the catchers? Like, the pitchers are like, well, it's time to get my arm warmed up, and the catchers are like, I know why I'm there.
Time to get balls thrown at me.
Because you didn't want to get a net. Like, I'm basically a human net right now that'll throw the balls back. A net and a bucket is what I am.
Well, I mean, they're learning each other. They're learning the signals. They're learning they're talking strategy.
Fine. But still, everybody's all excited, back home, and they're like, oh, crap.
I heard a quote once, and
I got a report.
I'm not gonna cite it because that's too professional.
I'm glad you're maintaining
I know the quote you're thinking of. It's that Preseason existed just when a time when people were out of shape, and now that they're in shape year-round, it's not needed anymore.
Good quote.
Bernie Kosar said that, right?
Good
no,
quote.
It was not.
Good quote. But this one is that catchers are a pitcher's...
Catcher.
Wait.
You're thinking of diamonds and a girl's best friend.
No.
And forever. Diamonds are also forever. And a baseball is played on a diamond, so this makes sense.
And dogs are man's best
and
all
dogs go to heaven.
The best coach a pitcher will have is his catcher.
Aw.
I know.
Do you think that pitchers give catchers cards that say that?
I feel like there could be a line of American Greetings cards
from pitchers
American
to
Greetings
catchers.
If you're listening.
Cleveland, Ohio-based company.
Add us.
We'd
love to have a HSB's card line.
Yes,
we'll do e-cards. We're fine
absolutely.
with that.
Absolutely,
we'll go there.
Let's ink a deal.
So, like baseball, they're like, well, we only have 800 games during the season. We better play 400 games before we ever start.
Before we even start. Before we even go home.
Right. I love the fact that they're like, guys, it's winter, pretty much.
Yeah.
Let's go to Arizona. And then some of them are like, Florida instead.
Yeah, we'll go to Florida.
But it's like, okay. And so I like how they all kind of collude. Like, yeah, we're going to go to Arizona too, and maybe we could play each other.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I like that anybody can just kind of show up. Like, oh, Carlos Baerga's here hanging out.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to come hang out with you guys.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's really cool. It's a chill atmosphere.
Here, put on this windbreaker and hang out.
It's a pretty chill atmosphere.
Baseball has the best windbreakers.
Oh, hands down.
Light jackets, windbreakers, that's total baseball.
Well, and you know what? I've done actually a lot of thinking about this, that they're the ones that are wearing the gear the most out of every sport.
Yeah.
I mean, they're wearing that stuff every day.
Yeah, they have to have a couple of them to keep just that laundry going.
Dude, that's the best perk
every
of being
day for 6
a professional
months.
athlete. Is like I see I want to go buy a jersey and the authentic with the printing, it's like $150, and then I go and I wear it and I take good care of it. I wear it to that sporting event, and I see after the game the players just take them off, dump them in a pile, trade them with someone else, the one that I paid $150 for. So I wish I was.
The baseball ones are like
good perk.
The baseball ones are like $300.
Oh, if
terrible.
you get a
like a cool base authentic.
Oof.
Oh my gosh!
I would love. You know what? At Cleveland Indians. At us here if you're listening,
and you want to give us free ones and have us throw the first pitch.
I just want some Andrew Miller
in a preseason game.
Toss me an Andrew Miller replica jersey.
Fly us down to Goodyear Park, or what is it? Not Goodyear. Yeah, Goodyear Park,
something like that.
And
not true.
At us. Akron.
We'll throw
Goodyear
the
Park?
first pitch.
We should throw the first pitch, and at the very least, let us throw the first pitch at a pitchers and catchers training practice.
When pitchers and catchers report,
like after catchers report, but before the pitchers get there.
Like when the pitchers
the first catcher report, hey, coach, I'm here. All right, here's these guys.
Yeah, we'll open it up.
Because the catcher's got to warm up by having just regular guys throw balls at him.
He doesn't want to get a 90-mile-an-hour fastball right away.
In fact, we'll fly down there. You don't need to fly us. We'll fly down there.
Indians, if you'll let us do this, we'll be happy to show up. If you won't let us do this, at least Diamondbacks or Seattle Stars.
Rockies. They haven't been doing anything.
What's that Seattle team with the star? It's
Mariners.
Mariners, yes.
I'm just saying that the Indians right now, we're in the World Series. They signed a big player. They're
that guy with the
they might be a
Martin
little
Sheen,
kind of
Charlie Sheen.
up on their high horse right now.
Yeah. Yep.
And
which, hey, I get it.
Yeah,
I get it.
More power to you. So maybe Milwaukee Brewers have us up.
Yeah,
we'll throw out the first.
Minnesota
pitch.
Twins,
Pittsburgh Pirates.
Yeah, but if the Indians, they have
not
nice
the
social.
Pittsburgh Pirates.
No, not the Pittsburgh Pirates. But Indians, you want to have us out? We'll do it. We'll throw 3 first pitches to the catchers who've reported. But yeah, why do they play so many games?
You know,
you think they'd get
tradition.
tired of it?
That's tradition, man.
It is, man, and that's what's. At some point, we're going to do an episode about tradition.
Today
is
love
not that
it.
day. But
I
baseball
love that
tradition.
6 months of baseball occurs, and it's really is a season in America.
It's a grind.
It's a lot of hard work watching baseball.
But you can,
I've heard.
You know what? You can turn on your radio or your TV anytime during the summer. You're probably gonna catch a.
It's probably except for the one time you're like, you know what? I'm going to listen to the Tribe. Oh, it's a travel day.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Yep.
Or I'm gonna
the kids are asleep. I can finally sit down and watch.
Oh wait, they
game.
played at noon for some reason.
Yeah.
So anyway, baseball preseason.
Love that too. I love that too. But yeah, and then they're all like, "All right, we're here. You guys fly to Columbus. You guys fly to Akron, and you guys are going to take the nice plane to Cleveland."
Yep.
That they split everybody up. You're taking a bus to nowhere because you just got cut.
Yep,
buddy.
I also like the baseball preseason because even when you do, you get to see some of the talent that's going to be down in Akron.
Yeah.
And see them perform there, and then you can go see them throughout the season.
I like how they make them wear jerseys that are different. Like in the NFL, it's all the same jerseys. So it's like a guy who's going to get cut still has a number, still has his name on there. In baseball, they're like, nope, it's just plain. It's got a number on there, but we'll sew your name on there when you're good and on this team.
Yeah, yep.
I'm not getting the seamstress
involved
with this, or seamster.
Well, those letters are probably expensive too.
Yeah.
The offensive coach. Yeah. It's typically the offensive coach.
Right. If it's anything like the Brown structure.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially your long name people. I mean, that's just going to take all day.
Right. Any hyphenated.
Oof.
Oh,
yeah.
Can you imagine?
That Polish ones, people.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
All right, baseball sounds pretty great. I would love to do that. It seems pretty leisurely. Most of the time, I think they're just kind of throwing the ball back and forth, and then they play a game.
Yeah. Well, they're just having mimosas down in the desert.
Yeah, desert mimosas.
You know, for about a month and a half or so.
All right.
Cool.
Well, next year let's we'll throw out the first pitch at a spring training game.
Sounds good.
We're waiting for next year.
And
first pitch.
Last game I believe was today, right?
Oh yeah.
Yep. So they'll be heading back up north here pretty soon. Looking forward to seeing some Tribe baseball.
I've heard it's Tribe time soon.
It's it already is. I think.
Yes.
I think it's.
Did they get a new team name yet for that?
Not for this episode.
Not for this episode.
Alrighty, moving on. The segment I like to call the Yaz segment. We're going to talk soccer.
What? I don't even like that sport. What?
Before we do
preseason,
preseason. All right, let's start with the MLS.
Well, should we first lay out the fact that most of the soccer world, most of the footballing world, they're
on a completely different calendar.
are on a completely different schedule than the MLS.
They
run
so true.
basically the school year, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so middle of May, first, second week of May is typically when the leagues wrap up.
Yeah.
And then
start up again in August.
Yep.
Have some time for international football.
For like
June is typically your tournament month.
Mm-hmm.
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 Chicago's going to be pushing for that World Cup this year.
Yes, they are. They got Schweinsteiger World Cup.
And then you get back to your club team, and what happens?
Yeah, yes. Tell us what happens.
After the tournament, after the big tournaments.
You, if you're in England, you go play a preseason tournament in Thailand or something, or in the United States where they're in the middle of their season. Because in soccer, other countries are playing your sport, so you don't have to just play the teams that are in your league.
Well, baseball could totally do that. There's a lot of
you could now, yeah.
Japan, Korea, a lot of baseball teams.
Yeah, but they don't have the money in that league, right? No, no, I don't know why they don't. Why don't they do that? They should.
Because they're like
World Baseball Classic.
That's true.
World Baseball
that was
Classic
another.
just
That was
happened.
another possible topic we can cover.
International sports. Yeah, we're going
competition.
to talk about that later. Wait, you had that idea too? That was my idea. I was thinking about that last night when I was watching.
Okay.
You certainly didn't text it to the group text.
Yazin gets the credit.
So you certainly didn't text it to the group text.
Okay, sorry.
When I had said, sent out the text, hey, got any ideas?
Next time, throw it on Instagram Live.
Yeah,
How about that?
Which we are currently still live. So tune in for that.
Also on Facebook Live, Periscope, and I'm Snapchatting this whole thing, 10 seconds at a time.
We're Snapchatting. So
yeah, let's get back to soccer. So
yeah.
So the MLS works on a slightly different schedule.
It's like a calendar year.
Yeah,
but with some months taken off at the beginning.
We started the first week of March.
Yeah,
the MLS. They basically run the calendar length of the baseball season.
Right.
And before that, in preseason, they're playing like maybe some lower league teams, a little bit against other teams in their league.
Probably the Charleston Battery.
Yeah, the Charleston Battery. Exactly. That's who they were exactly playing. Also, Phoenix Rising or something like that, and other USL
and
teams.
AO Akron FC.
AO Akron FC, best team in the world, going to win the World Cup.
Basically like the Cup.
Basically like the U.S. Open team.
But also
blocks.
the Columbus Crew went down to Brazil for part of their preseason. They went to Brazil just to be different. They apparently lost all their games like 7-0, but they were there in Brazil, and they brought back some Brazilian player on loan, so it was a good trip.
Oh, okay.
Do you think they also brought back Zika? Like,
no.
Do they have Zika now?
No, they just brought back Artur. His name is Artur. Like
not a guy
Arthur.
named Zika, the disease.
Zima?
Did they have the Zima virus?
The Zima virus. I thought that
symptoms.
I thought they got rid of that in the
'90s.
Crystal clear Pepsi. So wait.
What I'm saying is,
so the preseason for international leagues overlaps with the MLS season.
Yeah, so therefore, Real Madrid comes to Columbus, plays a friendly against Paris, charges $70 for the nosebleeds.
But not just against Paris. Haven't some teams come and played MLS teams that are in the middle of their season?
Middle of their current season,
MLS will just be like, oh, let's schedule a week off for the Seattle Sounders to play Manchester United and lose 7-1.
We went to the
Stoke. We went to the Stoke game.
Yes, the Columbus Crew played Stoke City
at the Crew.
Yeah,
with Peter Crouch. The Peter Crouch led Stoke team.
Good thing
Crew doesn't have that roof on their stadium where Peter Crouch probably would have hit his head.
That's true. That's a joke. Nobody.
It's a joke.
Peter
Crouch is tall.
He's a tall guy.
He's like 6'9", probably. Just kidding.
But the All-Star game.
The All-Star game is.
This is clever, guys.
Oh my gosh, guys! Write this down. All-Star games. Why haven't we had that topic yet? All-Star games. Write it down on your calendar. Next week, All-Star games, HSBs.
We do alternate weeks on the HSBs. Next
in 2
episode.
Weeks, we know that they're listening to this episode in a week.
Well, they might be listening now live.
Live on Instagram.
On Instagram Live.
Periscope, Facebook Live, and Snapchatting. 10 seconds at a time.
We're Snapchatting.
We're just going to repeat that. All right,
so.
Let's go. So, yeah, it seems like there's a lot more running in the soccer camps and probably a lot more cones than any other training camp. It's cones, cones, cones. Maybe NBA with bouncy cones, like you're bouncing around cones, like doing the skills challenge. But I think soccer's got the most cones of any training camp.
Which skills challenge would you like to compete in the most? Which sport?
Well, it depends. If you're talking like the All-Star Game, NBA All-Star Weekend skills challenge, or are you talking like the FIFA?
The Minds of EA Sports.
Yeah, the one where you got to kick a glass, you got to kick a soccer ball around plywood and through glass. Probably the one where the rotating football gun shoots you the ball and you have to run to the right square to catch it. That's mine.
That's a fun one. You know which one I like best?
Which one?
Is Wii Bowling, when they give you 300 pins.
Oh my God, I haven't played that in a long time.
I didn't even know that was an option.
Yeah, super fun.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm going to switch my answer to Rocket League.
Or 100 pins? Maybe it's 100 pins. I can't remember. Anyway.
Yes, what's yours?
What? What's my what?
Favorite skills challenge on a video game.
Oh, I'm not allowed to have video games.
You're not allowed to have video games?
I'm not allowed to have video games. It's against my religion.
One thing we didn't also cover is the International Champions Cup.
Oh, my God.
Which is a ridiculous...
It's the premier cup
of money-making. Let me go back, and I'm going to have to, I may have to retread my whole football preseason is only for money thing.
Oh, here we go.
Because the International Champions Cup is a big tournament with branding and probably a website.
Probably some classical music.
A
theme maybe. That is all about money.
An annual preseason tournament, sort of, in quotes. We're all using quote fingers right now.
Tournament.
I guess we should actually do the quote fingers since we're on Instagram Live.
If you're watching us, we're on Instagram Live. We're air quoting.
Quote fingers.
Quote fingers.
So the International Champions Cup or Cup of Champions, whatever.
I don't
Who cares?
know.
It's Cup of Champions, international.
It's Cup of Soup International.
Cup O Champions.
So they basically what they do is they invite
print money.
They invite your stalwart teams like
Madrid, Manchester United, Chelsea,
Barcelona,
and then also Benfica or something
Inter Milan,
in Portugal.
Olympiacos.
Yeah, random Olympiacos.
Well, it starts
something.
Tuesday, July 18th, and ends Sunday, July 30th.
Wow, I can't believe you have that memorized, Dave.
And also, there's a ticket giveaway. If you'd like to enter to win 2 tickets, add us at Friday Fumble.
Somebody really loves the International Champions Cup.
I'll tell you, the Instagram Live feed that's going right now has to be it's got to be the fastest. Oh my God, shut off feed that's ever been because people. I'm like, they're gone.
Bye.
So we're live. So if you want to check us out there, we're
live on Instagram, Facebook,
search
Live,
Instagram,
Periscope,
for
and Chat
podcast.
Roulette.
Search Instagram for podcasts.
Good luck.
You'll find us.
Good luck. Go review all the Friday Fumbles from season 1 and 2 and figure out.
You'll find your answer.
You'll find your clues. So, the point I was getting to, meandering toward, was that the problem with these things is they will only send one banner name player with the squads that actually travels over. So,
what if the team doesn't have a player whose name is Banner?
Then they have to make a quick loan or signing.
Okay. Yeah, no, like Real Madrid, for example, it'll be Sergio Ramos and then all of Zinedine Zidane's kids who are on the youth squads.
Right. No, you're not going to see Cristiano Ronaldo unless
you might see Cristiano Pulisic
trying to boost his brand or something that year,
because he got an ugly statue made after him and needs to.
Or remember when Wayne Rooney traveled because he had basically lost the World Cup in 2010.
Just kind of needed to salvage that reputation.
Yeah, he was just getting shredded.
Basically, they send a box of jerseys, and then whoever shows up to play just wears those jerseys.
Right.
Again, I think that's not a name-on-back situation in that one, probably.
Probably not. There's probably...
I don't know. You got to put the names on backs to sell the jerseys, because people be like, whoa, look, I can buy that jersey that guy's wearing, because it's all about making money.
It is.
And the ICC.
Yep. Nobody's wearing number 10 during the International
Oh, man,
Cup
yeah,
of
it
Champions.
is the highest numbers you're ever going to see on a soccer field.
Yep. But the MLS teams, because we automatically get a couple bids into the international
that LA Galaxy will be there
because we are the host nation every year annually.
We got it again.
So
remember a lot of controversy on that.
The Portland Timbers with their banner names, they were really on fire for
this is where we're expecting you to blast through with some kick-ass hot takes right now.
What?
They're gonna be in the International Cup of Champions next year. Actually,
who?
The Portland Timbers.
Really? How did that happen?
You're the soccer expert.
I don't pay attention to that tournament. I only pay attention to MLS, the only important league in the world.
Oh gosh.
Moving on.
Yeah, we're done with that conversation.
To a league more important than the MLS, probably.
MLS, no the.
We talking NHL right now? We're talking hockey?
We're talking Dylan's number one sport.
Yep. Now, my new sport.
Hockey.
The younger, fitter version.
It looks as though they just do the same thing with the NBA.
Yeah, basically everything the NBA does as a league, you can just carbon copy that right over.
Do you think
the NHL.
they use cones? Will cones stay on the ice?
Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah. Cone drills all day long.
Cone drill, you skating around them.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. I saw a lot of the practice techniques in the Mighty Ducks. There are probably a lot of eggs involved.
Mm-hmm.
D2, you tie all the players together and then make them skate.
Yep.
And then you have a Western player try to rope them with a lasso.
And also...
These are the training methods you mostly use.
Well, all of their recruiting, I don't know if you knew this, all of their recruiting is done during the preseason.
Correct.
At street hockey games.
Well, we call that schoolyard puck.
Yes, schoolyard puck.
And if you're extremely lazy and it's your job to put together an international group,
because you got sentenced from the court,
you start picking very well-known national players. You stop at 5 and then just get the rest of one team from Minnesota.
Yes. From the
so
streets.
That's what you do.
Are you guys talking about D2, the Mighty Ducks?
Well, maybe if you would pay attention.
Coach Bombay,
maybe if you would pay attention.
Coach Bombay asked, did you guys even train in the offseason? And Lester Averman said, I knew we forgot something.
No.
It's because they don't practice.
We're talking about the NHL.
Oh, do you mean the National Hockey League?
Yeah.
Oh.
They use the same. That's where they got it from. That's where that plot came from.
Yes.
Though.
Oh.
But the other thing, another similarity here is that NHL teams, they could absolutely go exhibition and gallivant across the northern
Finland,
hemisphere.
Norway.
Yeah.
Russia.
A lot of hockey leagues out there to gallivant
around.
Of them.
Yeah, but they might never come back, though, unfortunately.
All right. We're going to let that one lay.
Okay.
Yes, and
I think I'm going to even consider that, like, maybe that's a threat. I think Yaz just threatened the NHL.
Yes, and Russia is a hockey utopia.
If you are an NHL official and you'd like some reassurance that Yaz is not planning on eliminating one or more of your teams, at us at Friday Fumble. We'll try to take care of that. Try to kind of diminish your fears.
Mitigate is what we'll be doing.
Yeah. So,
and if you want to tune in right now, we're on Instagram Live,
we are currently
Facebook
still
Live,
on Instagram Live. We're
Periscope,
having a good time,
and Chat Roulette.
If you've got enough tokens, you can view Yaz's private feed, but it's going to cost you. So all the perverts just got that one.
We have 3 viewers now.
Anyway, up next, the big one, lacrosse.
The big one.
And I'm going to just say they barely have a season. I doubt they have a preseason.
Well, what about Quidditch?
Well, I don't know. You guys are the experts.
The same sport?
I'm pretty sure they probably do the international exhibition. See, we don't really have first-hand knowledge of...
Yeah, it's all stories been told.
Yeah, it's all fake.
Whoa.
So you're saying it's like a fake news situation?
Whoa. No, we don't know because we're muggles. That's why we don't know. We're just getting the hearsay from the wizarding community. So we don't subscribe to the same publications they do. So we don't know the schedules, we don't know the scores.
We don't know the table.
Yep. So it's all secondhand. We cannot definitively say what the Quidditch preseason looks like.
If you know it, add us
at Friday Fumble.
And if you'd also like us to encourage Yavs to have more energy, also add us or just comment here in the Instagram live feed, and I'll read the comments on the podcast.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of...
Uh-oh.
Hey.
It's time for the listener and viewer fan equipment bag.
I was going to say, You planned on calling it something, but then never really settled on what you were going to call it.
The at bag.
Yeah, it's the at bag.
It's the at bag.
Oh, it's like a bat bag. Do they have bat bags in baseball?
Yes.
To carry their bats around?
They do. Yes, they do.
Oh, who's coming down the stairs? It's the at boy bringing the ats.
Okay, so here we go. Special shout out this week to at @Swin_Mike Hart. We know who you are. Hit the magical 23 tweet mark. 23 of 23.
That's a pretty long thread.
A lot of typing, a lot of characters in there. I'm not going to do the math. 140 by 23. But congratulations at Swin Mike Hart. You have won the contest, and here is your special shout out. We're sorry about the coaching position.
It'd be 960 characters.
Thank you very much for that. We're sorry about the coaching position. Hope everything is well.
We hope that all kind of works itself
By the
out.
way, if you're going to add us, make sure it's from a real account. No fake accounts.
I disagree.
No, we don't want any eggs.
I would
no
say
eggs.
I want all the eggs.
Anybody who'd like to add us, if you're like one of the creepy spam accounts, if you want to give us free software,
if you want to be the bi-weekly, right? We're bi-weekly.
You want to be some crappy band that just wants the follow in exchange for a follow?
We'll follow you back.
We don't
care.
Bring it on. Add us.
We will. This will be a thing that we do every episode. A special shout out. So if you want to be mentioned and shout it out. I don't want to say the other
calculator
one.
app out, so it's time to switch topics. We got one more topic here. Independent of the preseason. No, I'm not going to wait.
Okay.
And that is, I was forced, being the cord cutter type dude I am, I don't watch a lot of commercials.
I thought you were talking about in the labor and delivery.
Eventually.
Yeah.
But then, so watching these commercials, I'm just going, these things are the worst things I've ever seen.
Yeah. You haven't seen them in a while.
I haven't seen them. They're super annoying. A couple years ago, Dylan, you had a kind of just a bold statement to all advertisers, and I'd like you to kind of get into it now. It's a pretty simple tenet.
Yeah. Basically, it's do not tie my emotional response to your cell phone.
Yeah.
I don't have that sort of emotional energy or commitment to your brand or your cell phone.
I'm not going to feel emotions because of your technology.
Right.
I'm just not.
Right. The touch points in my life are not the product that you're selling me.
If I had the situation in that iPhone sticker commercial, that seems like the dumbest, most useless feature in the world. And they're like, hey, check out this magical phone that you can send little pictures to people.
That you can do on every messaging app possible. Also, one other thing I'd like to just say.
Let's rope it
right now about
Arby's.
That.
We have the meats.
That is good advertising.
Yes.
And I just wish the meat was as consistent as that advertising.
We'll talk about the good here in a second. But if you are an advertiser and or a media application developer and producer, please use the same compression on all of your media.
Yeah, really.
I am so sick of the jarring advertisement that has no volume control.
Well, if you've heard radio ads, typically you'll get a radio ad that's talking about annoying noises and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then they'll play the annoying noises. And I'm like, that's an annoying noise. Don't put it in your commercial. I know you're trying to demonstrate it. But I don't want to hear a baby crying in my commercial.
Nope. That reminds me of this thing that is a different topic but a similar topic where I was listening to the radio and they did the traffic segment where we're gonna update you on the traffic, and their lead into it was honking horns and someone laying on a horn.
Yeah.
And I was oh my god.
Yeah.
Or a siren.
Am I about to be hit? Yeah, sirens.
The honking.
That's not. No, don't do that.
Thank you.
No.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Also, car companies don't make the common thread of my entire life and existence your stupid effing car.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
there's one with the Subaru that's there's the dad and the little kid and the puppy, and then oh, now my kid's leaving for college and the dog's old.
Yeah.
But this car's still the same.
Yeah.
You just fast forwarded 19 years of life, and you're just whatever. Piss that down the drain.
Okay, so Dylan's
still got that Impreza.
Dylan's talked about the phones.
Still got that XV Crosstrek.
Dave's still talking about cars. My pet peeve is food. When somebody food commercials where they bite into it and it looks like they just got a B job. You sink your teeth into something and it's slow motion and they close their eyes. Two big proponents of this I can think of. A, peppermint patties, I think. And two,
I don't think
Yoplait
patties have been advertised
Yoplait
for
commercials.
10 years.
No,
what would you do for a Klondike bar?
Yeah, Yoplait. Yeah, that's a little bit sexual.
Yeah. What would you do? Would you do it in an alley for a Klondike bar?
Honestly,
I am with you on the Yoplait.
There's a very strict limit on what I'd do for a Klondike
bar. In a long
There's a
time.
First of all,
really
my
low,
teeth are hurting.
There's a really low threshold for what I'm willing to tolerate.
Can you guys bite ice cream?
I
do.
Good.
I can.
I
and
just
do.
have given the shivers right now.
But anyway, Yoplait. They're so bad about it.
Yeah.
Yoplay's maybe a premium offender.
They're a little scoop of this dulce de leche Greek.
I mean, guys, though, have you ever tasted it?
Yeah,
it's good, but it's not
mind.
that good. Have you ever tasted?
Yeah,
sex.
Here's
Yes.
one more controversial subject.
Okay.
I'm tired of Greek yogurt.
Whoa.
I am fine with regular yogurt.
Whoa.
Get your failed economic system out of my yogurt.
I resisted Greek yogurt for a long time, and now
I don't need
it.
Bringing down the euro.
I don't need crippling debt in my yogurt.
You know what? Counterpoint to you, Dave, is I do need John Stamos in my yogurt.
Yeah.
I'm saying he can have the yogurt, but I like the regular texture. The other.
What if all Greek yogurt was gyro flavored?
I'm just glad there's pronunciation guides. On the
Greek
yogurt,
exactly. It's
faye.
Faye.
Yeah,
okay.
I don't want to get caught mispronouncing that, in this PC world.
So, back to the pros.
What do you mean, yes?
What I love in commercials, though, is you can't take yourself so seriously. You can't take your brand so seriously. It's very... You got to be transparent.
Well, I will counterpoint you.
Yeah, please do.
You can't take yourself seriously. I agree. Old Spice does it very well.
Oh,
the people pretending to be like Old Spice get back into the worst territory. I'm looking at a Dorito. I'm looking at probably Skittles in this situation.
Oh, I love the Skittles commercials.
I'm just because it's weird doesn't mean it's actually funny. The Old Spice ones are consistently funny. The other ones are just oh, look, it's a banana with a hacksaw.
Typically, okay, so good advertising for me. Good advertising for me is the ads that I respond to.
That wraps it up for our Instagram live feed.
Great job, everyone.
Thanks for watching, but you can continue listening here. So, continue.
If I respond, and that's okay. Let me put it this way. This is what actually makes me mad about the emotional advertising for products is that I do feel things. It does cause me to emote.
Yeah.
And I don't want to feel things about your effing Google phone.
I don't want to close my eyes.
I don't want to fall asleep.
What is there another line, or is it "I miss you, babe"? Right then,
because I miss you, babe.
I don't want to miss a thing. Yeah, you're right. when they set up that emotional situation of the guy's like, oh, your grandma's not doing too well, or your dog's not doing too well. You better
go
get
capture
home.
it on your phone.
Yeah,
Like, I'm cool feeling those feelings. I feel those feelings in my real life existence. I don't need you to attach your product to those feelings.
Yeah.
In fact, it makes me angry at your product when you do that.
Do you guys remember that commercial for was it like a German grocery store where like a patriarch of a family, his adult kids like never came to visit anymore, so he faked his death so that they would all come together, and then he was like, I'm still here, guys. And they all had like a nice dinner together. That was like, I feel like
brilliant.
a couple years ago.
I love it. That was a German commercial.
I think so. It was like, I don't remember when it happened, but it was a couple years ago. It was like some grocery store in Germany or something like that did that.
I love
It's like, whoa, this is maybe a little dark.
Were they taking it seriously though?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't tongue in cheek. No, it was serious. It was serious. Thanks. It was like have come to our grocery store, have dinner with your family. Remember the important things because your dad and grandpa might be dead.
I guess if you're gonna do it, you might as well.
I prefer
do
like
the nuclear option.
The panda cheese?
I love that because it's Arab, and also because those are hilarious.
Okay,
I
like that they're funny.
I enjoyed the commercial that you did not enjoy, which was the family, which you just saw. It's currently running.
Oh yes.
It's Volkswagen.
Yes, it is Volkswagen.
And the family, the young couple, is getting after it.
Let's use the term banging.
Banging in the Golf. Looked like a Golf or a Rabbit.
Can. Yeah.
And then then she's pregnant, so they had to upgrade to the Passat. Well, they're banging again,
and then
they had to upgrade to the Jetta,
the '70s van.
Here's my problem with it. The first kid was conceived in the car. Then they had to buy a place that had a bed in it.
Maybe you're about to be a parent, so you're about to find out.
We'll see.
Got to get creative sometime.
Incidentally, my friends and I saw a couple doing the same type of thing in their car tonight at the park in Bedford, the reservation, and maybe we'll go there again in a year and see that same couple in a bigger car, and that'll prove the point.
There you go. Then truth in advertising.
I still want to give the big major award to Arby's.
Oh, God.
We have the meats commercials. They're the best. The guy's voice is the best. The music hit at the end.
So satisfying.
It's the best. So kudos to you, Arby's. If you could get your roast beef as good as your ads, you'd really have something there. But that, I don't know, will happen. All right, everybody. We're getting a little groggy.
Yep.
The salt towards Yaz is starting to be real, so it's time for us to... not really. Not tonight, actually. But it has been in the past. Anyway, we're about to wrap this up. Thank you for listening. We hope you enjoyed our fixing of the preseason and also advertising.
Did we fix
it? So in conclusion, my name is Dave.
I'm Dylan. And
wait a minute.
And I'm Yezin.
And this has been the WaitingForNextYear.com podcast featuring the Hot Sports Boys.
Live on Chat Roulette.
Please insert 50 tokens.